During the Civil War, black women played huge roles that have often gone unrecognized in U.S. history. The Civil War took place from 1863 to 1865 between the Northern Union and Southern Confederate part of the United States. And it was during that time frame black women contributed in the war in several brave and heroic roles, such as spies and nurses. Some women even disguised themselves as men in order to help fight as soldiers in the war. Once the war began, many of the enslaved, mostly the women and children, fled for freedom behind Union lines, becoming known as contraband. However, once across the Union territory, black women served as excellent spies for the Union cause. This was due to the blatant disregard their masters had for them, and often spoke of war strategies and military secrets in front of them, not realizing that the enslaved black people were listening and providing detailed information back to the Union soldiers. The most famous spy and conductor of the Underground Railroad was Harriet Tubman, also known as Moses. She infiltrated the Confederate territory to gather intelligence to support the Union cause, all while helping escape slaves to freedom through the Underground Railroad. Black women like Susie King Taylor took it upon themselves and served as nurses, providing medical care with compassion to the wounded black soldiers. Despite facing racial discrimination, Susie King Taylor volunteered in military hospitals and not only helped save lives, she also helped change the role of black women in caregiving and in the medical field. During the Civil War, black women made themselves active participants. They were always visible at many of the U.S. military camps to visit their family and friends and to help out with the medical care for the black soldiers. Some of the women worked as nurses, cooks, or washerwomen and helped improve the sleeping quarters for the soldiers. Black women helped raise funds to help support the USCT, the United States Colored Troops. And although they were never recognized for their sacrifices, they were proud to have helped create the USCT regimental flag. In the North, many black women were also putting their lives in danger whenever they would encounter white conductors and passengers by simply trying to use public transit, such as streetcars and trains, to reach the military camps. They would be met with physical violence. And in conclusion, the black women that were still enslaved faced unimaginable violence, forced labor, and even rape. They were left to tend to the plantation work and deal with the emotional hardship of being separated from their families. Despite dealing with the violence and oppression, black women endured and resisted through subtle acts of defiance. And once given the opportunity to escape and seek refuge in Union territory, until the Emancipation Proclamation and the 13th Amendment freed them all from a life of bondage, and into the Reconstruction era.